you, Mr. Sunil Robert Uppala. May the peace of God, the goodwill of God that Mr. Uppala spoke about this evening would rest and abide with us not only at this Christmas, but all through the coming 2000. God bless you. Now we are coming to a couple of important things here. Every year we have a religious committee chairperson or someone from India Society of Worcester will come and bring the greetings. Now the gentleman who is going to be here, Mr. Suresh Gupta, is not new to us. He was here last year when the president of ISW was not here to bring the message from the president. He had a very busy evening, but he is here, and Mrs. Meera Gupta, you all know her. She was the president of India Society of Worcester for 3 years, and she was here year after year for the Indian ISW Christmas, and she's here also. We're glad they are here. And now Mr. Suresh Gupta, the Vice President of India Society of Worcester, would come and give greetings from the Indian Society.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you very much. It's really always a pleasure. I look forward to this moment of coming here and not necessarily speaking. That is something Ernest puts me through. That's the fee I have to pay, that I have to come and talk about ISW. But nevertheless, I'm very happy to tell you all about what the activities of ISW is. Most of you are aware of that, but some of you who may be new, they might find it useful. So ISW, I want, if you can show me, so I've quickly prepared a few bullets just to walk you through this process. So the main activity, or can you bring down the screen a little bit more? Okay. Okay. So the ISW activities, ISW of course stands for India Society of Worcester. The main aim of ISW is that it fosters cultural heritage of India, enriches cultural diversity, and represents all religions of India. So, you know, we are here in this country, but we have brought something very valuable with us. That is our roots, our upbringing, our thinking. And we want to make sure that our next generation is really familiar with that, and those values always remain with them. So that is one of the main aims of ISW, that for our next generation, we want to give them enough opportunity and knowledge of what Indian culture is all about. And it's not limited just to one area of India. We try to diversify it as much as possible. And it is also a non-religious society. Anyway, so this is a non-religious, non-political organization. We represent all religions of India, and that's where actually we want to proceed. We want to expand a little bit more on that. As I come to the next slide, I will talk about that a little bit. So one of the
No, back.
The back, right? Okay. So we start with the cultural programs, and the cultural programs entail a lot of next slide. Okay. Lot of activities, and what that is, Christmas, we celebrate ISW Christmas. That is part of the cultural program and actually part of religious program also. Then we do Diwali cultural program. There are several times there are visiting artists from India, and we hold those programs like Kavi Sammelan and some of those things we do. Then local artists. We have an abundance of talent, as you can see here also. that our kids, the adults who present the programs, there is just enormous amount of talent here. And I really very much encourage all of you that to please participate in a lot of our cultural activities, and that would be really very welcoming and very interesting. Then we have religious programs. Religious programs, we do a monthly satsang. Every second Sunday of month, there are special, there is a satsang which has bhajans and others. On special occasions we do like Shivratri, Krishna Janmashtami and those kinds of things. There is a Diwali Puja that we do. But in this column here, religious programs, I'm reaching out to you that please bring some more diversity into our religious programs. And if you have any ideas as to how we can bring that, right now it is very much sort of Hindu religion oriented things, but it's not limited to that. We would really love to expand that, but somehow, we haven't been able to do that. And again, it would be really very much wanted and very much welcome that if you have any ideas how we can amalgamate to do or do some special events, please, you can contact me. My name is Suresh Gupta, or Ragini Seth, who's our president, or Meera Gupta, who's a religious chairperson now. And so, or any of the EC members, please do that. So we do Diwali Puja, next slide. Okay. And special religious functions, I said. And so for the last few years, we have started doing special events also, that is Red Sox and Celtic games. They have really become very popular. And the person who started all that is right there, Ragini Seth, and our current president. Ragini, can you just stand up? Okay. So Ragini did something different in the sense that she's trying to, not so much to the kids, but she's teaching the adults what the Red Sox game is about and Celtics is about. People like me who don't really know too much about these games, it's very interesting. Then we have ISW Cultural School. That is really a very popular program of ours. Our attendance has been increasing every year. Right now we have about 150 kids who come, and we teach different languages: Tamil, Bengali, Hindi, Gujarati, all kinds of languages. And I hope some of you people are sending your kids there. You're also welcome to volunteer your services as a teacher if you want, and that would be very much welcome. Then we have a free health stop. Dr. Pasi, who's always here, but this year he has to travel. He has gone to attend his daughter's graduation. But he's the main person who drives this health stop. And what this is that every Wednesday, excuse me, every Wednesday there is a clinic that at the India Center that the local volunteer doctors, they come there and anybody can go there. This is mostly geared for people who do not have insurances or people who are visiting from India or anywhere else and want to contact a doctor. These doctors are all specialists in their field. They are internal medicine, they are all kinds of specialties. Normally you may not be able to get their appointment through their office, but in India Center you can just walk in there and grab any one of those and they will be very happy to serve you. Other thing we do is community activities, like some of the communities we live in. Shrewsbury Fall Festival is one thing we participate in, Shrewsbury Parade, and their other Oak Street, they have a Mela type of a thing, we participate in that. Next. So there are a lot of activities. I'm quickly going, I just want to give you a flavor, not really go into the depth of each of these activities, but you will see that how wide a range that we are trying to cover. So Worcester First Right, Boston Children's Museum, they invite us all the time for anything. They have to do something with India, they invite us for that. We have an Indian youth group that gives our kids an opportunity to make new friends, cultivate leadership, and help the community. Next. I hope you are getting impressed with all these activities and thinking of joining if you haven't joined already. So we have they do Showcase India, Walk for Hunger, Holiday Entertaining. So these are some of the activities that IYG does. We have a scholarship committee that every year we invite kids to apply for scholarships, and not only just on their grades but their citizen activities. We do that. Crisis committee, that is a very, very important function of India society. That if somebody has any personal problem or crisis in their family, they can contact this committee. This is completely confidential, and as the person who started this is Dr. Sarla Patel. She's a psychiatrist, and there are a lot of other members who really try to help you out. Next. So Hamrahi Group is for senior citizens. It's a every month they get together and do some activities. They have some activities. They go together and have outings, meet there. So that's because a lot of people in our age group are getting ready for joining the Hamrahi Group. So we are getting prepared for that. And of course we have India Center. You can rent the India Center for your private functions, and we use it for cultural school also. So this is just I still haven't really covered everything, but I hope this people who are not member, it cultivates some interest in them. And is there another slide? Oh, there is always a fine print in this country. It says, by reading or listening to this presentation, you are agreeing to join ISW as soon as possible. Okay, kidding aside, I hope I have generated some interest in you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.